Hello, Pio fans. David Corson, DU Lax, 1981-1984 from Atlanta, Georgia. Talking to Miss Kaley Rickert out in the Mile High City at the DU Athletic Department. Say hello, Kaley.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, and this is Corson and Kaley signing in week before the big game. Kaley, we're going crazy here in the ATL. I'm wearing my Falcons Matt Ryan jersey, and we're going crazy. Uh, every intersection has a pop-up tent selling garb, and they had the big jamboree sending the Falcons off downtown, and this town is it's going to be a long, long week. Thank God I'm going on the road for a couple of days because it's just waiting for the big game on Sunday, and if they win, it's going to go crazy. Hopefully, they won't, torch the city, like they did in the Civil War. So, they won't go crazy. If they lose, hopefully, they don't go crazy either. As long as it's a good game, but it looks like, if they win, it'll be great. So, with that,
Last year, just the craziness and everything was painted orange, and right now it's just everything's as long as it's not the Pats. So I think we're with you.
Yeah. So exciting weekend, for DU sports. We had Nebraska Omaha come in, swept them 5-3, and I think it was 5-0 on Saturday. Caught actually they were on the tube on a Friday night, and kind of scary there. First period down 2-0. And then all of a sudden, in about 2 minute span, boom, they take the lead and took it to them. And then Saturday night, got on late on Pio Vision, and it was already 3-0.
Yep. It was off to a great start Saturday night. I think Friday night kind of whipped them into shape. We cannot go down to a deficit that early on, and we can't go down to a deficit that extensively that early on because it's hard to fight back from that, and it's a little degrading on your mentality as you go into the locker room and have to come back out and you're already fighting an uphill battle. And I think Saturday they came out of the gate, guns blaring, and they were ready to go for it.
Yeah, when you watch it on the tube and you watch it on the radio, you kind of get two different schemes of how things are going. And my wife's looking at me. I've got the Pio game on my phone, and I'm watching the Georgia Swarm play Vancouver, on my laptop. And she's like, "Oh my God, you're crazy." I'm like, "No, I'm just making sure that my teams are winning." NCAA Division I hockey, every weekend things can change, but it's coming down to the end of the season. Bye week this week. And I think Coach Montgomery has something to, that we want to put in here. So we'll let him talk for a second.
We needed this. I thought our guys really gutted this out and showed great mental toughness and being able to execute with the effort we had because we've been a little bit sluggish in practice for 2 weeks. So we brought the kids back early before Christmas. It's been a good 6-week run, but now it's time to let our feet up and guys can relax, enjoy a Super Bowl next week.
Having a bye week, it's just like the Falcons. They didn't play this week. A lot of players have, that were dinged up and so forth. They take the time off to heal, and then they go back, to the grindstone this week. And I think the time off will be well served. You got to be healthy going into the playoffs and have momentum. So getting a couple of those guys, whoever are dinged and so forth, healthy, coming up for the league championship, etc. Very positive. What's the outlook there on campus?
Well, right now the atmosphere out here is just hyping up. It's Winter Carnival and it's midterms here, so having a bye week really helps out. Especially with the guys, there's a lot of talk about how you prepare is really the definition of your program. But I think a break is necessary, and I think giving some of the guys some time back on campus, get through all of their midterms, and then coming back out and being healthy. They've been on the road a lot lately, and I think it'll really do a lot with our injuries on our front lines to just recuperate a little bit, have some fun, enjoy the big game, and get back out here and do their work.
Got CC, got to win that game. That's the, it's the Super Bowl as we've discussed in the past. Can't lose to those guys.
And you can't count CC to be out for the count. I mean, when you look at our rankings and our history with them, they've come back, and if they have any game they're going to win a season, they're going to try to go for us. It's just that it's the hometown rivalries here. I mean, I grew up in Colorado Springs, a block from the campus. I remember going to those games when I could walk. It's what they do. They go out to try to humiliate DU. Well, CC's got a lot of momentum right now. They just got a major gift to build their $10 million on-campus practice arena, and I'm hoping that motivates our program and some of our alumni and donors to give back and help us get our locker room done before then. We're trying to break ground in 2 months, and so I think that's a really good opportunity for us to continue our recruiting momentum and keep a step above where CC is. But it's going to be good for us that they have those resources now, because that's really, we're just going to feed off of them, and it's going to be the Colorado hockey hub.
Yeah, it'll be great to get Terry back on the ice. I know he's dinged up with the upper body injury and so forth, but when he comes back, hopefully it'll be at the right time, right at the end of the season for the league championship, and going into the national championship, and just adding that one player will give them a whole nother dimension. Very, very exciting times. With that said, everybody that's out there at the pile, I don't know who you're rooting for the Patriots or the Falcons, but go Falcons, go Piles against CC, and go DU Lax. Opening weekend coming up in a couple of weeks. With that said, we're going to sign off from Peachtree Pile Land here in Atlanta, Georgia. Kaley, have a great week out west, and we'll keep our fingers crossed for the Super Bowl and all DU teams out in the field to bring home the bacon, as they say, and put the W in the winning column. All right? So, Pile fans, go Piles. We'll talk to you later.